So in today's episode of Off Topic Talks, I'm going to try and rack off these 3 questions in one foul swoop. No breaks in the action whatsoever. I don't know if we can do it, but bear with me. So, the only reason I think I can do this is because these questions are only requiring shorter answers. So, I think I've got this one in the bag. We'll see though. Sometimes I trip over my words, I flub, I lose my momentum, I lose my train of thought. This isn't coffee, don't worry. Just water, I'm fully fueled. So, first question. How old was I when I initially opened the gym? And the answer to that is 23. I had to do the math quickly because I actually created the company on paper when I was 22, just shortly before my 23rd birthday. And then I got the keys, what was that, maybe 2 or 3 months, 2 months after my 23rd birthday. And then of course there was the build out phase and what may be. So 23 years old, technically 22 on paper, but in terms of actually having the keys to the location and a place where people could work out and train, I was 23 years old. Question number 2, look, I almost messed it up already. I don't know if I'm gonna get through this. So the second question is related to gym ownership. And the question is, do I ever plan to own multiple locations? And the answer is no. I have no interest in owning multiple locations. I simply want to own one location and I want to make it a great location. I'm not here to compete, I'm here to dominate. So that's my personal aim. I just don't like the idea of having multiple locations and being pulled between those multiple locations. I like having home base and I like improving and making more efficient and effective our training capacity and our ability to deliver on results for clients. So understanding as much, we also live in the technology age where I'm able to leverage technology to expand the brand outside of our 4 walls. So knowing that, I don't feel a need to have multiple physical locations nor a desire. It's just a stress I'm not interested in having. But I do have interest in going global via technology and online coaching and our capacity to reach clients on all corners of the globe. So that's more up my alley, more what I'm interested in. That's a good question. Now, a lot of people ask me that, and they're surprised when they find out that I have literally no interest in opening up. Look at, there I go. I'm gonna keep it rolling though, opening up multiple locations. Final question, simple one. This is a short and sweet one. I'm actually keeping this relatively succinct. Realistically, I could probably have nailed this in under 60 seconds, but as you guys are getting used to, I like to talk. I have fun doing it. What am I reading right now? What am I not reading right now is the question. I'm actually reading quite a few books all at the same time. So one of them is a strength conditioning book. I've read it previously, twice actually. I never took notes on it. So this time around I'm taking notes, I'm typing those notes, and then I'm seeing what holes I'm missing in content I'm producing that I could be teaching some of the things that I previously learned that maybe I've just kind of assumed. It's easy to fall into the trap of assuming people know things just because you know them, and this is rarely ever the case. So going through that and kind of evaluating, what sort of pieces of information have I learned here that maybe I'm assuming people know that I could deliver on. A great example is, was it a week and a half ago? I lose track of time now. I did a video on sitting up for an overhead press, a barbell overhead press, and how to actually grip the bar and position your hands optimally. And I was surprised at how many people not only commented, but then followed up with me on the back end, and they were like, wow, I've been butchering this exercise. And I always tell people, take what I say with a grain of salt and try it for yourself and see how it works. And every single one of them went and tried the overhead press, and they were like, not only does it feel much better, but I also feel stronger when I do it this way. And I was like, hey, just trying to help everybody out. So going through all that information. So I'm reading that strength conditioning book. I'm also getting ready to crack a book on nutrition called Carnivore. It's more of just it's when somebody goes through all the scientific research and then creates a digestible book to read. So I like to read those once in a while because going through all the scientific literature and the peer-reviewed studies, it gets kind of exhausting from time to time. I like to read something that's a little more digestible. I'm also working on my Girls Gone Strong Level 2 course, so I've got that in the wings. And then I'm trying to think, there's one other book that I'm like deep into. was that? Because I just wrapped up 3. I can't recall off the top of my head. It's on the topic of finances though, and investments. So a little bit of diversification of topics there. Generally that's the case for me. I've got 3 or 4 books on the roll all the time, and I lose track of them because sometimes I start a book and then I forget I started it, and then I start another one and I realize, whoops, gotta go back and get back to that. So I'm actually reading 4 books right now on varying topics, and some of them intersect a little bit, some of them not at all. And generally what happens is once a certain topic is done, I replace it with another book in that same arena. And this helps with my attention span because sometimes I get bored of reading the same topic and I want to switch it up sometimes in the same hour. So that's where we're at right now. Hopefully that clarified some of your curiosities. We'll catch you in the next episode of Off-Topic Talks. And as per usual, if you have any questions that you're wanting to ask, there are no topics that are off topic as of yet. No one has asked anything too out there. It has to be a reasonable question though. You can't just ask stupid stuff. I'm not interested in answering that. But send the questions my way and I'll cover them. There's a lot of stuff people want to know about that doesn't really relate to long form content, or as is the case with the title of this series, it's completely off topic and seemingly irrelevant, but I'll cover it. Because if you want to know, if you're curious, I'll clarify for you. Have a great day.